Good morning, my friends. Happy Monday, and welcome back to another YouTube. It is the start of week 3 of my current transformation. We're locked in, we're dialed in, all the good stuff, and it's officially day 1 of a new block as well. So, workouts have changed a bit. Macros have been lowered about 400-ish. Cut back some carbs. So we're now eating about 2260 calories, 2,250 or 60, somewhere within that. And a little bit of cardio has been increased as well. So today's day 1. Well, technically yesterday was like day 1 of the macros, and so yeah. So what that means now is that I don't get my big ass bowl of jasmine rice at the end of the night. That's like, the shit hits every time. But like I said, we're locked in, we're feeling great, we got good energy, and it's Monday, so how can I not have good energy? I love Mondays. Didn't always used to love Mondays. Used to be like Mr. Garfield and hate Mondays. But it's all mindset thing, right? You know, what you believe, you become. What you believe, you become. And you know, a lot of people will use that sort of mindset or that sort of thinking just for their goals and what they want to accomplish. And there's nothing wrong with that, because yes, you do need to like breathe that belief into life, because if life doesn't believe you, again, it ain't gonna happen. So that goes with the things you either hate or you're shitty at. If you always tell yourself, I hate Mondays, well, shoot, you're just always going to hate Mondays, and it's always going to set a negative tone for the week, right? You're already, think about that, guys. You're already going into your week, like, hating shit. You're already going into the week, like, having this mindset, it's like a failure. And, you know, it goes with the things that you suck too. Like, I personally hate running. And, I used to be like the person that would always be like, man, fuck this, I ain't doing this, I hate this. Now, I do still hate it. However, something I started telling myself after my first half marathon a couple years ago was that I'm a closet runner. It's a closet runner, okay? And I tell myself that, you know, in like the positive sense of that, like, no, you do love running. You do like it. You're actually pretty good at it. And I can be pretty good at running. You know, if I get into a good, consistent rhythm, I can be pretty damn good. And not in the sense of like, you know, I'm competitive or anything. Like, I put competitive numbers. I am competitive. I don't know if I can put competitive numbers. But having that mindset paired with the mindset of I'm a mini fridge on wheels, it's just helped me get through some longer runs and not entirely hate the process, right? Because if I'm going into this thing, you know, already negative, like, I'm gonna go slower. Like, I already know my intentions on that track, on that workout, are gonna be lessened, and that's not what it's about. Why would I, you know, give myself a shitty opportunity to grow or get better or get faster, whatever it may be, you know? So mindset is everything. And just a little token for you guys to take is, you know, what you believe, you become. And I think that's a very, very helpful tool, even for like on the weekends, okay? Because like I said in my a couple videos ago, week 2 of a transformation, of a journey, of a fitness, you know, routine. You know, typically 2 weeks in is where people fall off. It's 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. You know, it's a pretty common thing that we see within fitness. And that 2-week mark, you know, that's where the like your second weekend comes around. Your first weekend, you know, you're playing it cool. It's like, nah, I can say no to anybody. I'm so locked in, nobody can get me off track. But then that second weekend comes around, you're like, I got this down, no matter. Dude, if I even got off track one day, I'd be able to hop back on. And realistically, maybe, you know, you might be able to get back on track. But for the vast majority of us, if we take that one day off, then it's a whole spiral. Okay, it's like, well, shoot, you know, I took Saturday off, Sunday's here, I might as well chill, take it easy. I'll hit it hard Monday. You are? I don't think you are. Okay? So, just to share a little story, this past Saturday, I had a chance to go to a Mizzou game, Missouri University. I had a chance to go to a Mizzou game, and I was on the field with the players. So it was a really cool experience, like super, super cool. Was on the field, got to be there for their whole warm-up, literally all the way to the first kick. And while I'm there, obviously there's tailgating, there's food, there's drinks, there's this, there's that. And the whole time I'm there too, there's, a lot of good food. And one of the most helpful things that I've learned on the fitness journey, when you are super locked in, you're doing 75 hard, you're doing this transformation, is that when you are going to events, you're going to parties, you're going to gatherings, you're hanging out with friends and family, is you can't be the negative person. Okay, you can't be the guy that's like, fuck, I can't believe, I agree to this, I'm gonna be so boring, I'm gonna let people down. No, scratch that, quit it, stop it. None of that's true. Okay, this is your life, and you have to live your life. You cannot suppress your life due to a diet, a routine, a transformation, what you want to work on. You can't suppress yourself for that. That makes no sense. You gotta live. Okay, so removing negativity from a situation like that in your mind is super key. Okay, think of it like this: if you're already going into this event being negative, you're gonna have a shitty time. If you go into it the exact same mindset as if you were gonna do everything as everybody else, you're gonna feel pretty damn good. You're probably even more excited, right? You want to be excited to go out because you're living your life, still getting results. Okay. You don't want to also make the situation shitty for other people. You can be a thermometer. Okay, I love this kind of analogy here. Okay, thermometer. You can be a thermometer for any room you ever set yourself in. Okay, you can set that thermometer super high and be the best dude there. Energy is great. You're making everyone feel alive. Or you can go in cold and bring everyone down with you. The vibes are down. No one's no one's having a good time. And people are just there, right? What a lame experience is just to be there. We want to breathe life into a situation, because not every day is it going to be perfect, on this journey. Not every day is it going to be super exciting. Not every day is it going to be, full-fledged 100%, crushing it, killing it, all that. So you got to set the expectation for yourself mentally that no matter where I'm going, I'm going to have a blast. I'm going to be okay. Because there's always an option. There's always options where you go. Okay, it might not seem like it, but there's always options. Okay, and what I mean by that is there's going to be, available food for you to stay on track. There's going to be available drinks for you to stay on track. Shit, you can even bring your meal prep. That's the beautiful thing about meal prep containers. They can go anywhere. Take them, bring them. I don't care. Bring them. Okay, stay on track. Okay, there's no reason to get all mind jungled up, thinking that a restaurant, a bar can't cater to your needs. Okay, it's 2020. It's almost 2026, guys. Okay, we got AI that you can't even tell what's real anymore. We got robots that are doing lots of human things now. We have capabilities. Okay, if you're at a restaurant, if you're at a bar, you can order plain foods. You can do just plain chicken. You do a plain burger, right? You can keep it as simple as you like. You just have to be willing to speak up, okay? Even if you're at a tailgate, more than likely, you can ask whoever's grilling if they can, right? If there's an opportunity to do that, cool, ask. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? So know what you're thinking. I know it, because I used to do it too. Is you just don't want to be the guy that says no. You don't want to be the inconvenience. You don't want to be the person that's, the Debbie Downer because he's not having fun or eating, drinking. Fuck that, okay? You don't owe anybody anything when it comes to this situation. This is your life, We're going to be positive about this, and this is how you kind of switch that mindset, right? You get really comfortable saying no, but also saying not right now, okay? Not right now. I'm good. maybe another time. Now, I'm a little full right now. I'm gonna keep it where I'm at. No, I feel really good. I'm super hydrated right now. It's a hot day. I want to make sure that I'm feeling my best at the end of this. Okay, it's not it's not that you have to constantly tell people either. Okay, this is where I think it's just setting the tone that you're not gonna be the person to put the situation down. But we're here. We might as well have a blast. We might as well make the absolute best of it. So, being okay with saying no, being okay with saying not right now is just, in my opinion, a powerful thing for you to understand, grasp, learn, do. Gives you a lot of control in the situation. And you do it with a smile on your face, dude. Everyone's having a good time. Everyone's gonna have a good time. Okay. So just some small things to help you, thrive during the weekends, not survive. Because now we're passed up on week 2. Cool. One of the most common times for people to quit. For me, that's over with. Potentially for you, that's over with. Now we go into week 3. Okay. another sort of weakness comes around, or another sense of why am I clicking all this? Another kind of like opportunity to potentially give in is just a soreness. And now we're starting to feel sore. Now we're starting to feel a little hungry. Now we're starting to feel a little tired. And that's where this kicks in. Okay? New level, new devil, baby. So every week there's going to be something. But with week 3, about pushing hard, keeping that mindset forward. Okay, we're locked in. We're dialed. Threw away the key. Said, "Oops, I ain't open this thing up. I ain't open up Pandora's box till the end of it all," because we're locked in. So. Yes, we are sore. Yes, we are tired. But yes, we are even more excited about what's going on. So, we ride that momentum. We keep rocking and rolling. Okay? Like I said, new block, new workouts, new things. So, I'm excited to get after it. We got a full upper body today. We got some shoulder press to start. I raked the leads for like 2 hours yesterday. Shoulders are feeling it. But no excuses. We move forward. I'm excited to get after it. Put some pre into this temple. We get after it. But guys, please crush it on your weekends. You got it. Don't let those be the reason why you don't end up seeing your results or you end up quitting. There's way too many weekends in your lifetime that you'll have back to yourself that you could take a few to work, get better. Okay, there's a few you can work to get better at. So keep that in mind. Let's get in the gym. All right, guys. So it is the end of the workday now, and not gonna lie to y'all, the shoulder press in the beginning of the workout, it really bummed me out like big time. Like it put a dagger in my heart, and I think it's one of those things where you have to understand that not every single lift, not every single day is going to be a PR type of day, right? If that was the case where, it was going to be like constant success like that every time you hit the gym, like that's where these moments wouldn't feel as special as they do, right? What I mean by that is like, okay, last week I did shoulder press 120, it's the exact same weight, first set for 8, second set for 7. So I crushed it. Today, I did 2 and then 1. 2 reps and 1, okay? Completely shit the bed there, okay? And it's one of those things where like, okay, 1, I am human. I do fail. That is completely normal. That happens, okay? And that's where, again, last week, it feels so incredible. Like, that's that high that you are chasing when it comes to the strength side of fitness, right? We're getting stronger for a purpose. And, again, if every single lift was, like that, there would be no pure joy in constantly improving. It would just be like, okay, cool, another PR. Check it off. Cool. On to the next. So being able to have that ego, put it to the side, and know that there's going to be those days where you fall. There's going to be those days where you fail. You don't get as far as you need to get in that run. You don't lift as much you do in the workout. And again, it's okay. It's part of the process. We don't take L's. We only take lessons. Right? We learn from this type of stuff. So it ate at me. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, it ate at me that whole entire workout. However, I didn't let it define the workout. I didn't let it define who I am. And it's something that took me a long time to figure out or kind of get a better mindset with is how do I get past this? How do I move forward from this and not let it define me, right? How many times have you let a failure define who you are, your day, your life, right? It's so easy to fall into that mental game of like, woe is me, play the victim card, and think of every reason why you shouldn't continue to keep going. But this is the reason to keep going. Right? Okay, cool, I failed. Let me prove myself that I can hit this. Let me prove to myself that I can be stronger. All right, cool. One off day, that's completely normal. We move on, we get better mentally and also physically, okay? So I didn't let it eat at me. I might have been pissed, but I didn't let it destroy me. The rest of the workout, I worked my ass off, okay? I wanted to make sure that I was gonna get the absolute most out of that workout. Did my best. I showed up with what I had. And that's where I know, okay, cool, tomorrow too with legs, who knows what's going to happen. I know I'm going to give them best effort, but I'm going to forget about today. I'm not going to let that shoulder press, ruin the rest of my workouts. It makes no sense to let it do that. We are better than that. We all are. You guys too, me, all of us, we got this. But it's talking through it. Like I've said to you guys plenty of times now, is you have to have those conversations with yourself. You're not a lunatic, you're not schizophrenic, I promise you, right? But being able to have that conversation and self-reflect on what's going on, how did that just go, is the best way to self-audit yourself, your goals, your life. That way you continue to move in the right direction. It's too easy to give into the negativity. It's way too easy. And that's why a lot of people don't end up being successful. They don't take this time to reflect. They don't time to think back on what went well, what didn't go well, and how do we get better. So just so you guys can see, okay, I have no problem showing fails. I have no problem being the person to say that, hey, this happens to me too, because I know it does. I felt plenty of fails in my time, especially with powerlifting. So taking this, cool, crumble it up, throw it away, forget about it. Tomorrow's a new day. We have legs. So we get prepared for that. We get excited for that. I'm about to wrap up what I got here at work. Gonna go home, make my pancake bowl. Carbs were cut, like I said, so we're not gonna have the jasmine rice at the end. I'm a little bummed, but it is what it is. Pancake bowl, rest up, get what I gotta do ready. I gotta get ready for tomorrow. All right, meal prep the night, meal prep the day. Got it ready to kick ass. So again, guys, do not let your fails, don't let the losses define who you are. Okay, these are lessons. We get better, we get stronger, we got this, okay? So I will catch you the next day. Good morning. It is Tuesday, I think the 17th. I looked at a calendar in a minute, but It is 4:36. We're a little behind, but it's all good. We'll still get there in time. 4 legs. First leg day of the new block. Let's fucking go. I've had like 2 full days of eating at my lower macros, and so far not absolutely starving. So that's a good sign. But I feel good. 11K steps yesterday. A really good workout. Like I said, we make the best of what we got. So, you know, all is good. All is good in the hood right now. We're ready to rock and roll. Just the best way to put it. You know, not a lot. I'm not gonna say a lot. That's what, like, you know, influencers will say. But I had a good amount of people reach out. I put up a story yesterday also about what my last message was to you guys about, you know, not letting workouts define you, and, you know, moments and things like that. And it's good to see that a lot of people resonate with that. The only reason why I say it's good is because, you know, 1, we do need to practice humility. 2, it's what allows other people to be vulnerable as well and be willing to share something like that. And also for me to help validate that it is normal, right? There's sometimes when we go through the process, you know, with Instagram and social media as a whole, sometimes we look at people's progress and we're like, man, dude, it was just a straight shot to success. You know, it was nothing but, you know, success and PRs and, you know, awesome moments. Like, it just looks beautiful on their side. Well, no, what's wrong? It's easier to show the highlights, right? It's easier to show the good stuff going on. It's easier to show all that stuff because, well, it's cool. It's cool. With those fails, with those PRs, not always the prettiest sight, but it is what it is. It's part of being a human. It's part of the process. Like I said, if every day was meant to be, you know, so special, then, you know, the feelings wouldn't feel as amazing. So we have to be able to, you know, take it with a grain of salt, you know, take it off the chin and keep moving forward. And, you know, the next day is going to be even greater. So hopefully with you guys as well, this helps validate your feelings that potentially, right, real quick, we're not a safe space here. Well, we are a safe space, but we're not the participant trophies mindset. Okay, it's not who we are here at all. So I'm not trying to make it a whole feely thing. But my point being is, like, here to validate what you might be feeling. Because I know I've been there in the past where I get so caught up in what other people are doing, and it does me no justice. It does me no good, you know, being in that mindset, because now I'm all in my head, like potentially not working as hard, or I'm second guessing everything I'm doing. And now I'm just in this big fucking head case of, like, man, what am I even doing anymore? So here just to make sure that if you're in that spot right now, we pull you right out. We pull you out, we get you moving in the right direction, and we kick ass. That's what we're here to do. Here to help pull the best potential out of you. That way you can move forward, you can be dominant, you can achieve goals, you can be your best self. Okay? So, just want to call that out real fast. So, if you guys are struggling, if you guys are in a weird place mentally, or even with your fitness goals, workout goals, nutrition goals, you're not quite sure maybe where to start, maybe you're kind of in a rough patch, maybe you've plateaued, feel free to shoot me a follow on Instagram. We'd love to connect. We'd love to have a conversation. Just that way we can get you moving and grooving. That way, you know, we achieve these goals. That's what it's about. That's what it's all about, baby. So, quick message for you guys this morning. But we got legs. We're ready to smash them. Hams and yams. Let's fucking rock and roll. Alrighty, friends, so it is Wednesday, I believe the 18th or 19th, third week of this transformation. So, like I said, we survived the second weekend. We had a big event go on and, was able to stay on track. Really good, proud of that. And, getting into week 3, this is where, like I said, fatigue starts to really kick in and really want to stay locked in. And I gotta say, here at work, whenever challenges go on, Temptation Island just explodes. Like this week we've had these homemade barbecue chips, we've had cupcakes, there's sweet treats, the holidays are rolling around, so people are whipping it up. And we can't be mad. Like I said, it's part of this time of the year. But when the temptation starts to kick around, this is where understanding your goals and understanding your why is just super important. Right? For myself, this is for me, like I said, eventually to step on stage. This is a stepping stone. This is foundation. This is where I'm not just in prep necessarily to step on stage. This is getting me to a point where I can begin prep at a great place, mentally, physically, and have myself an opportunity to look my best come that day, whenever it may come. For you guys, it could be just setting the example for your family. You could be a parent and, wanting to show other parents that they can make a transformation. You're wanting to show your kids what hard work looks like. As an individual, maybe just, getting out of college or really stepping into a next, maybe chapter of your life. Building this type of momentum, it isn't just physical. Like I said, it does become a lot more of a mental transformation as well too, because you really see what you're cut out for, right? And when you stop cutting corners, when you stop giving in to small temptations, you start to build this unseen confidence, right? And you don't really see it in yourself either, right? It's just one of those things that's developing over time, and eventually you catch on. Eventually there's this point where, you're 3, 4, 5, 6, even 7 weeks. I know it's a big time span. Everyone kind of gradually builds into this, but eventually you start to recognize that you're looking at yourself in the mirror one day and you're like, holy shit, I literally don't even recognize myself anymore. Right? We get so comfortable looking at ourselves and hearing ourselves, watching ourselves, that we don't necessarily recognize the growth. And it is until that one aha moment where it all clicks, and it's special. It's an incredible feeling, and I want people to feel that, because I have felt that a handful of times. It's been a minute since I felt it, and I want to feel it again. It literally is a high. It really is, because we have to understand there's so many freaking people in this world. I don't know exactly, I'll probably drop it right there, but there's so many people in this world that will never, and I don't mean this in a mean way, it's just the truth, right? There's so many people in this world that will never achieve a goal that means a lot to them. Whether that's a physical transformation, that is building something that they believe in financially, building a relationship, a family, whatever it may be. There's so many things people will never accomplish in this lifetime because they're not taking that necessary step to get uncomfortable, build momentum, and see it to the end, okay? So, like I said, I want to inspire you guys to take that first step, take that leap of faith within yourself, and get ready to make a transformation, or just better yourself in as a human. It doesn't have to be that you step on stage, you build up to a PR. But dude, if we get you from running 1 mile to eventually running a 5K, I know I don't run, but if this can inspire you to get off the couch and do that, amazing. If this can help you get into the gym and feel inspired to lift and chase a PR, chase a body physique, cool. That's amazing. That's the whole goal with this. So, like I said, a couple clips back, we did lower macros. We did change the program a bit. So, I feel tired, but it's towards the end of the day tired. And that's mainly because, macros were cut, and that's just the way of the name of the game. So, we keep moving forward. I'm not in a bad place at all. I feel really good. I believe I'm finally below the 230s. I think I weighed in 228.7 or 8, something like that. So we are heading the right direction. I got to be better about my water, especially with getting it in throughout the day. But we stay on track. We keep kicking ass, all the good stuff. So let's rip off the tarp and get to it. Alrighty, friends, so as always, here's the front. Let's get the quads. Like I said, we don't know how to pose just yet. We still got to learn that. I think I'll look up tonight poses for classic and bodybuilding. Just see what those look like exactly. But I feel like taper right here is starting to come together a little bit. Very minor, but coming in. Here's that side profile. Here's back. And here's side. Last side. But all in all, I feel really good. Strength has definitely been there, except for that shoulder press. And like I said, we're gonna blame raking for 2 hours on that one. Just gonna take that L. But we learned our lesson. Don't rake for 2 hours before a shoulder day, you know? Makes sense, but we didn't know that at the time. So, and I guess a interesting fact, I never really trained shoulders up until maybe like 2 months ago. It was kind of just something that I would do every once in a while, but it was not really part of the plan. It was more like always off script type shit. My buddy had programmed it in. I'm like, okay, this would be interesting. And first day, like repped out hundreds for like 20. I was like, okay, maybe we do have this whole shoulder thing down. And I was like, okay, cool, pretty sweet surprise. So then from there, we just started pushing. Some really cool things started to happen. But yeah, just it was interesting. I mean, for powerlifting, depending on who your coach is, you know, they're either fuck shoulders or totally for shoulders. I don't think it necessarily makes a major difference. I mean, you're not really using them all that much. I mean, technically, yeah, you are for like deadlifts, but it's more like when you're bracing, and then also for like bench. But at the end of the day, it's not super necessary. But yeah, so lesson has been learned. But finishing up the week, like I said, I'm feeling good, guys. We have another upper body. I got a rest day tomorrow. I got a full upper body on Friday, leg Saturday, rest day Sunday. So finishing off the week strong. Yeah, chicken and I got a meal prep tonight again. Man, forgot. Got to go to Walmart tonight, pick up some more pancake mix, pick up some chicken, honey, and maybe some other things. I don't know. Ooh, I am looking for the Coke Holiday Vanilla. So that's on the agenda as well. So maybe I'll take you guys along, show you what it's like. But that's what we got cooking today, guys. Solid workout. Me and Donovan, we hit just a little bit of arms, a little bit of forearms, trying to blow these puppies up. All right, guys, so that is it for this workout. Gonna wrap it up here. Gonna get some post-workout in, get my day started. But guys, I'll catch you in the next clip. We're back and we're eating. Okay, it's dinner time. Thursday evening. Okay, basically we're getting carved up. So like I said in my last video, this is like by far my favorite meal. So it's my pancake bowl. So we got the pancake made. We just throw it in the bowl. Okay, no plate. We make 2 servings of this. Okay, 2 servings. I will then do a serving of this here. Depending on the day, I will do a serving or 2 of honey. And then this is a new add-on. I just found this. Better Goods is, you know, decent brand. I feel like they usually have pretty good macros in whatever item they have, but this is their like cookies and cream spread. Fairly good macros. The taste is phenomenal. So this has been a solid addition to all of this. Toss it into there. So this is the first form app. This is how I track my steps, my macros, all that good stuff. As you guys can see, I still need to get some steps done, so we'll hit the treadmill here after we eat. But just want to show you my nutrition for the day, and I'll show you the pancake bowl, kind of the breakdown of it all. But here is breakfast and lunch combined. Obviously I didn't work out today, So there's no like post-workout in here. So today was just 18 ounces of chicken. Okay, then we had 10 ounces of rice, and then I had 2 teaspoons of Coop's honey mustard. Fire, absolutely fire. Well, I guess you can see this, but I had the taste first crack at a new limited edition flavor that we're putting out in our meat sticks. So fire, same macros as this one. I only had about 80% of it, so had to share with a buddy. But here is the breakdown of dinner. So this is 2 servings. Okay, so normal serving is half cup. So I do full cup. Then we do our peanut butter. Doing half the serving. The full serving is 0.67. But today we're only gonna do half. I have 2 tablespoons of honey. And then we'll do, the quick add is the cookie spread. So I'll do just a normal serving of this. So altogether, this is my full macros for today. So hitting my macros, a little over the protein, a little under here, pretty spot on there. I feel really good about this just because, I mean, this is where I gotta be. This is where I have to be under my macros. As you can see, very, very consistent. That's the whole point of this stuff. We want to make sure that we're consistent, we're dialed in with my nutrition, dialed in with my workouts, dialed in with my steps. I can be better about my water, that's for damn sure. Water is my weakness. But all in all, feeling really good. Let's put this bad boy together, let's bash, and we'll talk. The final product, I don't know if you guys can see it all that well, but this thing, I already took my first bite. When you put it all together and you have that first bite that's like just so perfect, it's like clumped of everything, dude, just hits, just fucking hits. But this is the carb load bowl. Like I said, guys, this is what I have every night for dinner, because again, in the mornings, that's when I train hard. So just want to fuel up, have carbs in my system, already digested, ready to go, and we kick ass. So we're home, chilling. Big upper body day tomorrow, so we're gonna eat this. We're gonna throw on some Demon Slayer. For my anime people out there, over the weekend I finished Solo Leveling, and holy shit, what an ending. Like, from start to finish, phenomenal series, phenomenal. Beginning, I feel like the beginning for any anime is so boring, just because like main character is literally like building himself up to be a badass, right? It's like, I mean, with Solo Leveling, like the dude's literally leveling up, but it's like any anime, like there's that like period of time where he's like nerdy, childish, you know, like clumsy, best way to put it too. And they're building up to be, you know, who they are eventually in the middle and the end of the show. And it takes some time to build up, but dude, Solo Leveling, so good, so good. The ending, the final scene with the ant son, like, crazy battle, and it was just like there was so much confidence and there was like good ego in there. I loved it, and it's like I feel like that's been kind of me. That sounds kind of crazy. I'm not saying I'm the ant son, I'm saying Sung Jun. I'm a little bit more like Sun Jun, you know, building my confidence, building up that positive ego. And you know, my buddy that I trained with, Donovan, he's like, you know, we got to cut you down a bit, you know, the ego's through the roof right now. And it's like, dude, you can try and knock it down, but I feel great. Physically, mentally, I feel like I'm in a really good place, and I just want to keep pushing. I want to keep moving up. I want to keep doing all these things. I'm stacking a lot of wins, and you know, we're going to keep that trend going. We're not slowing down. I'm excited. I'm feeling good. This transformation, I think, is going to pay off very, very well for 2026 and get me into a good spot to, you know, step on stage at some point, whether it's, you know, end of the 2026 year or beginning of 2027. Sounds so wild to say, but we're being optimistic. We are putting in the work, and again, just always setting foundation, I like to lay bricks, right? It's kind of the mindset, laying bricks. Eventually you build this beautiful tower, this beautiful sculpture, this beautiful whatever you want it to be, all because of your hard work. So take that mindset, run with it. We're feeling great, y'all. But now we're on Demon Slayer, and it's slow. It's slowly beginning, but they're slowly getting there. I think I'm only on like episode 7 or 8, something like that. So yeah, we're gonna throw that on, probably put together some content, do the damn thing, and then get ready for tomorrow. We'll catch you then. All right, friends, that is going to wrap up this week's video. Like every week, I hope I'm delivering value. I hope that I'm inspiring you guys in some way, shape, or form. And if I am, I would appreciate it a ton for you to share with a friend or family member that is, either struggling in their fitness journey or wanting to get their fitness journey rocking and rolling, or just needs a little bit of a pep talk. You know what I mean? We all need it at some point, no matter what level that you're at. There's always something that, can help you move forward. And so if I can be that person for you and also them, that would mean the world to me, because that, again, I know that I'm pushing myself forward and you guys too. Holy shit, it just started pouring rain. I did not bring a rain jacket, so we'll be walking out in short sleeves. Wonderful. But just want to say I appreciate you guys. I truly love you guys. The support has been awesome. So if you can, like, comment, subscribe, get into the comment section. Let's see what we can stir up. Let's get this community rocking and rolling. But the weekend is coming up, so I want you guys to stay on track. Do what you got to do. Have some fun. Spend time with the friends and the family. Get yourself set up for the following week as well. Let's keep crushing it. And lastly, and as always, stay juicy. Let's go.